Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? Well, thank you for joining me on this day 3 of 3 simple action steps that you can take to reduce your stress. So, day 1, we talked about asking for help. Day 2, we asked about setting aside time for yourself, focusing on your self-care, refilling your cup. Well, today, the last action step that I'll share with you is to socialize. And I know that can be so scary for some of us, especially for me. I'm a self-acclaimed introvert and definitely an empath. So socializing is sometimes can be a source of anxiety for me, actually. So I'm speaking of just socializing in the sense of having human connection, because we all need that, right? So that's what I'm speaking of. It doesn't have to be big gatherings or anything like that. It could just be, a Zoom phone call with a friend, a regular phone call with a friend, a walk around the neighborhood with, one other person. So for me, I love my one-on-one coffee dates with my friends. That's how I love to have a different connection outside of my house. So that's one way that I do that. So please always, do whatever's right for you. But it is shown that when we socialize, when we have connection with others, especially, family and friends that uplift us and are of support for us, that we really can deplete our stress levels. Like we really can just reduce them, and they actually go away after having that good chat with a friend. Have you ever noticed when you're really frustrated or angry and you just can just verbalize to someone that has an empathetic ear and really just hears you? It doesn't have to be advice giving or anything like that, but they're just there for you, listening. So that's what I'm speaking of. So how can you do this? Well, if you are a person that loves big gatherings, you can definitely host a dinner event for yourself, a neighborhood, maybe block party or get together, right? To just sort of bring in that sense of community. Or if you're like me, like I said, I suggest the one-on-one sort of play dates. I guess it's a play date, but like a coffee date, or something like that, or a phone call, or maybe, meeting a friend for lunch or going out for dinner. It's really important that we also, and what I mean by we is when we're parents, that we also have our time as well, and I spoke about that on setting aside time for yourself in action step 2. But this is really important as well. So, and if you are new to an area, like I was, God, back in 2005 and 6, I had just moved after getting married and left all my family and friends back in Georgia. And I had moved to Southern California, and it was a rough stretch for a little while. I mean, yeah, we always had the phone and everything like that at that point, but it was like, it was hard for me to make friends just because, like I said, I'm, self-acclaimed introvert and also empath. So it was hard to like get out there and just like socialize and, be putting my foot forward, I guess, to ask someone out, to, hey, do you want to meet for lunch, with a good girlfriend or whatnot. So like I said, I totally understand that. And if you are in that situation, maybe you could, just whatever feels right for you, but maybe take that step forward. And maybe it's joining an online community that's of support to you. I know places like a community, I had it here, meeting site or meetup.com to maybe meet people that are like-minded like you. Maybe joining some sort of a hobby that you have, like joining a group that does that. So there's ways that you can try, to get out there and socialize more, because it's so important for us as humans to have that connection, and also our nervous systems regulate. Like, have you ever noticed when you're having maybe a bad day, or you're, or just overwhelmed, frustrated, and then you come home and have a good talk with a friend, or you meet up with a friend, and then they're uplifting, and then all of a sudden you feel like all this weight's been lifted off your shoulder. So I know I do. So I definitely believe that socializing is a big thing for you. And other ways you can do that is also like Like, we're a huge family into sports, so Sundays are usually like a big sports day for us. So if you want, you could, have some people over, just to kind of, socialize and connect. And of course, with the day and time that we're in right now, of course, do whatever's like best for your family and health, of course, with the whole inviting over and all the mandates that are out there. So just whatever you feel comfortable with, right? So socializing is big. All right. And what else can I share with you guys about that? Well, if you have any questions, just definitely drop them down below in the comments, or please reach out to me and I can definitely help you with any sort of questions that you may have, and the purpose of this 3 simple actions to reduce your stress is to give you real tools, real simple actions you can take to help reduce your stress levels. Sometimes when we're so stressed out, all we can think about is that stress and when is it going to go away and why do I have it, and all of this, and it becomes like this whole we have a global view of it. So sometimes it's just about changing that perspective, right, of that. And so these are 3 simple ways that you can lower your stress. And it's stress is going to happen. You're going to have up and down days. So it's not about getting rid of stress altogether, because our physiology, our body is made to handle that stress. But we don't have to let it be the be all end all, right? We can put our sanity first, taking care of our emotional, mental needs, our physical needs, right? And then there's usually a simple fix if we can actually step back from our stress and really look at it from outside of our body, right? Like looking down into it. And so I hope these 3 action steps will help you guys to take control over some of your stress, to relieve and reduce it. Of course, I'm always here for more additional support. Please direct message me always. And, sometimes this is a saying that I had heard, which is both beauty and stress is in the eye of the beholder. So how do you see your stress, right, is most important. And so I just will leave you with these action steps. I will be sharing more videos, more tips. My biggest thing is when we're relaxed and in that relaxation state of mind, everything else flows in our body, right? In our nervous system, the parasympathetic nervous system is actually our rest, relaxation part of our nervous system. And the more we can be in that state, all of our bodily functions move better and are easier, and we actually feel better, right? So that's where we should be. However, we're more in our sympathetic nervous system, which is our stress states. And so it's really a good way to, how can you get more into that relaxation state? So that's my biggest goal in all that I do, is to help you to be in a more relaxed state. So if that's you, you feel you need more one-on-one support, like I said, please reach out. Otherwise, I'll be sharing more videos with you guys here. I'll be doing a few affirmations as well and meditation, so you guys have that to listen to as well. Okay, all right. Thanks, guys. Bye.